Hi everyone, it's Mari from So Happy, and today we're sewing the all buttoned up top from Patterns for Pirates, and I'm bringing you along for the entire process. As usual, whenever I sew a knit garment on my sewing machine, I'll be sharing my machine settings throughout the tutorial so you can confidently tackle this project on your own. One of the things I love about this pattern is the variety of options included. There are multiple lengths and style variations, which means you can create versions that work for different seasons, occasions, and personal styles. This is actually my second time sewing this pattern. I've been wearing the first one constantly, so I'm excited to make another and get it into the weekly rotation. For this pattern, I'm using a lightweight rib knit, sweater knit in chartreuse. It's definitely a bolder color than I usually reach for, so you'll have to let me know what you think of the color in the comments. Alright, grab your fabric and sew along with me as we create another practical me made. Here we go. Here are both of my back bodice pieces. I'm going to place them right sides together and pin the center back seam. Sew the center back seam with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and a narrow zigzag stitch. Then I'll press the seam open. Place the front and back bodice pieces right sides together at the shoulders and pin in place. Sew with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and a narrow zigzag stitch and press the seams open. Here are my front and back bodice pieces opened out away from each other at the shoulder seams, and we're going to start attaching the sleeves. Place your sleeves right sides together with their corresponding armhole and pin in place, aligning the notches. Repeat to pin both sleeves in place. Then we can sew both of our sleeves in place from underarm to underarm with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and our narrow zigzag stitch. To prepare my center front edges for the buttons and buttonholes later, I'm going to apply interfacing to the wrong side. My strips of interfacing are the length of the center front, 1.5 inches wide. I'll align the raw edges and fuse them in place on both sides. Now we're going to take our garment to the ironing board and press a series of memory creases. Both center fronts will be pressed to the wrong side by 3/4 of an inch. Then along the bottoms of the front pieces, we'll press a memory crease of 1 inch. Doing this for the back bodice piece as well. And the hem allowance memory crease of the sleeves is 1/2 inch. Do this for both sleeves. Then with all of those memory creases unfolded for now, place the front and back pieces and their sleeves right sides together. Pin together from the bottom raw edges of the sleeve across the seam to the bottom raw edges of the garment. Pinning on both sides. Sew as pinned with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and your narrow zigzag stitch. Then I'm going to press my seams open, repeating on both sides. Fold your neckband piece in half right sides together and pin the short edges. Sew the short edges with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'm using a straight stitch. Turn your neckband piece right side out and give it a good press. Find and mark the center along the raw edges of the neckband. Place that marked center point at the center back, raw edges even, right sides together, pin in place. Then we'll place the finished edges of the neckband at the center fronts, making sure that that memory crease is opened out and placing that finished edge of the neckband at the crease line on both sides. Continue pinning between the points, stretching that neckband to fit the neckline. Sew the neckband from its finished edge to its finished edge with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and your narrow zigzag stitch. Press the seam allowance for that seam we just created down toward the bodice. Also pressing the seam allowance for the placket portion. Then we're going to top stitch the seam allowance straight across from the front side. Top stitch just underneath the seam line. I'm going to be using a wide zigzag stitch of a 2.5 length and a 3 width. With the seam allowance of the placket still folded in place, we're going to fold the placket along the original pressed crease. Note that that bottom hem allowance is unfolded for now. Pin in place. Repeat for both plackets. Then we'll edge stitch along the raw edge of that placket from top to bottom. I'm going to use a regular straight stitch with an increased length. Fold the bottom edge of the garment to the wrong side along the pre-pressed crease and pin in place from center front to center front. Repeat for the sleeves. Then for the sleeve hems and the hem along the bottom edge of the garment, we're going to edge stitch along the raw edges all the way around. I'm going to be using the same wide zigzag stitch I used previously so that these hems have stretch. We can now mark the placement of the buttons onto the right side of the placket. I'm going to be sewing 8 buttonholes and I'll mark them in place now. I'll sew my buttonholes onto my right front bodice at the markings. Align your buttons with each of their buttonholes on the opposite placket and sew them into place. I'm using my sewing machine. And now the top is complete. Thank you for watching this sew along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future sewing tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.